Merry Christmas, everybody. Saturday, the 21st of December, 2019. How are we all doing? Right, I'm not organised at all tonight. I've still got what's the phrase I'm looking for? I've been Christmas food shopping. So I'm still traumatised. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm still traumatised from half a day in the shops. Right, we should be live. Yeah, we look live. We look live. Got a few in already. Whoa. What's George been setting fire to now? Right, I think we're live. I think we are. Let's have a look. Hey, yes, I think we are. We are. Well, like I say, I'm just recovering from an afternoon's food shopping, Christmas food shopping, and a very lean bank balance now after that lot. A very lean bank balance. Dear, oh dear. But you know, it's got to be done, hasn't it? It has got to be done. So it looks like we've got quite a few people in, by the looks of it, which is excellent. It is Saturday, I suppose, isn't it? Everybody's off work. Everybody's happy. Everyone's done all their Christmas shopping. And just sitting back, supping a glass of whiskey or brandy or something of that nature, or in some people's cases, a cup of tea. So let's see who we've got in. We've got Gary Cooper in. Evening, Gary. Theo Bovril. Evening, Theo. Mike Nick. Colin Pamplin. Evening, Colin. Benji's there. Hi, Benji. SJD Stephen, how are you? Who else have we got? We've got Rob Bond. Evening, Rob. One of Hacker's best tonight, in my honest opinion. Yeah, you're right, Rob. George, timing or what? Hi, George, yeah. George is going to listen to this stream on the Hunter while he clears up the madness. I think George has been trying to do a demo video of how to align the Hacker Hunter, which is great news because we'll all know how to do it after George has sorted us out. It's not an easy set to align, to be fair. I didn't tell him that before he started it, though. But George, yeah, it's not an easy set to align, is it? Evening, Mark E. What else have we got here? Has he got time to do some baking? No, Benji. Afternoon, Doug McCartin. How are you? Superbike rider, Clive. Got the start for a change. Well done. George has set fire to the Hunter as well. George, yeah, animal. Oh dear. John Marty, hi John. Dave Rhodes, hello Dave. Greg's back in. Hi, Greg. Greg's Vintage Workshop. Hopefully getting ever near to that 200 mark, Greg. Who else have we got? Have I missed anybody? I'm still going down through the list. We've got Pat Jones. Hi, Pat. It might be Saturday, but you're at work. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. Hi, Simon Vegetable Oil. Thanks for joining us. Patronics, Nick. Whiskey soon. Yeah. What do you think of the latest in my Christmas wardrobe? Courtesy of, I was going to say Liddell, but I think it's Alday. How about that? Oh, loud. How loud is that? It's a bit big, actually, but, you know, better big than small. Hi David, how are you? George is saying it's easy, takes 10 minutes for a full alignment. It's moving wires and switching the RF generator that takes time. So the whole alignment, including switching all the test gear and everything, takes a day, George, doesn't it? Yeah, once you've got everything set up, it's easy, but I wouldn't say it's easy though, to be fair, George. Bit loud for Foxy. Turn your sound down then, Foxy. Or the jumper's a bit loud for you. It's pretty loud. It's even got the sleeves the same, like, woo! Christmas sleeves. So you'll be able to see those as I'm working on stuff. Well, I might not even be working on stuff. It might all work today. There might actually be a radio that works for a change. Unlikely, but there might be. You never know. So hopefully you enjoyed the Sovereign 2 video yesterday, or the stream. It's not really a video, is it? I suppose it's a video once it's all uploaded. But yeah, that was interesting, sorting that one out. Didn't expect to get it done. Evening, Rob. Welcome. Mr. Star, always late. Only just. Only just. It's a bit loud on your TV, Benji, is it? Excellent. I keep forgetting my title. I've been playing, I watched a VMix video this morning, so apparently I could do lots of weird things with overlays that I didn't think I could do. So I can overlay everything. Now I've got a confession to make. I've damaged Santa. I've damaged Santa. Oh, that's overlaying now. What's going on? I didn't want to overlay Santa, so why has that happened? So yeah, Santa's looking okay, and then let's put his fire on. I've messed with the picture again. I can't help myself. I'm just trying to get a better contrast on the picture, really, so I've messed about and put a neutral density filter in it now. So you'll have to tell me what the picture quality looks like. Looks pretty good here, but then I'm not viewing it on a telly, I'm viewing it on a computer screen. Yeah. Evening, Paul. How are you, mate? Doug said, I can't have working radios. I have to keep digging until I find a broken one. Oh, Greg only needs 14 lit to reach the 200. Hopefully we've helped you out there, Greg. I think you've gained a few since we mentioned it, which is, we like to help each other out if we can. One big family. So yeah, what have I done to Father Christmas? Well, whilst trying to get out of my cluttered room just now, I forgot that I put him on the floor yesterday to make room for all of those Sovereign 2s that I had up here. And I actually knocked Santa clean off the fireplace. He's come unglued. I mean, I've sort of put some super glue on it, but it's not brilliant. But the worst thing is, I've knocked the back doors out of his little dog. Look. I've done his back end in. Poor thing, look. I've damaged my little doggy. So if anyone's got a spare dog that I can super glue in there, I'd appreciate that. Mrs. Cruncher ain't going to be happy when she sees that I've killed the doggy. She ain't going to be happy at all. She will not be happy. Hi, Simon, how are you? What camera do I want for Christmas, seeing as I mentioned a photography hobby? I think I'd like a little camera I could move around, like a little close-up camera or something. Possibly something like a GoPro. But the thing is, it would need to be able to output live. I think this is the issue, Simon. is getting a camera that will give you a live output. Good evening, Simon. How are you? Lots of flooding there. Yeah, you stay up in the top floor, Simon. Stay upstairs. So yeah, Simon, that's probably would be one of the GoPro series, and I don't know if it can transmit a live picture or not. I don't know. DJI Osmo. Yeah, that do close-ups, Paul. Microsoft LifeCam USB works in vMix and OBS. See, I have got the Logitech cam, which is here. That's the Logitech 4K webcam, which outputs a live picture. Quite a nice live picture as well. But yeah, I actually take pictures for a living, Simon, so I've got quite a few cameras here. Sim or Sim? Sim, I think, isn't it? Hi, Jeff, how are you? So after last night, you fired up your consort. It's well up there. I've never had a consort, to be honest, Jeff. It's one of those late production hacker things, and they were never really very well respected. But you know, it's gonna sound good because it's a hacker, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if I've got a bad sounding hacker as such. They're all pretty good sounding. You know, you're a Canon man, are you, Simon? I'm a Nikon man. In fact, I'm an everything cameraman, really, because I've got I've got a 4K overhead camera. I've got a Panasonic Pro 4K video camera. I've got a Nikon D500, which I'm shooting my main picture on. So this picture here is the Nikon D500 with a video light on top of it. I don't know if the webcam will pick that up. It might do. It might blow it out though. Yeah, I don't think it'll show that very well because the light's blowing it out. But yeah, that's my main camera's up here. That's a Nikon D500, which is my front-facing camera. But you can never have too many cameras, can you? George is the cameraman. He's got cameras coming out of his ears, I think. You've got cameras everywhere, George. So yeah, I'm a Nikon man, to be fair. Sim? Is it Sim or Sim? Sim or Sim? Yeah, of course I've gotten a couple more recently. I've got a 360 camera, and I've also got a Nikon action camera as well. I don't think they can output live video, which is a shame. I don't know. You used to be able to get a bit of software that would convert some of these cameras into webcams. Of course, if you've got a webcam, that should be available live. Yeah, the old manual Nikkor lenses, if you've got the decent ones, Simon, they're really nice. You've got a Canon M50 but haven't used it yet. Yeah. So no, my main camera. So the main video camera's up there, look. So that's the bench facing camera there that points down onto the bench. That's the really complicated thing that I still haven't got totally to grips with yet, but you know, I'll get there one day when I've got to spare day to read the manual and look at tutorials and that sort of thing. Kodak brownies are good, but laptop won't see it. No. What else have you got, George? I know you got the little action cams, haven't you? The Nikon ones. D60, 70, 80, 300, 500 key mission, 170 key mission, 360, and the ones you use to film the videos. Yeah. Ha! See if Kodak do an update for the brownies. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, but really I've got to get to grips with this main camera because I'm struggling with the settings. Well, not struggling, I'm just experimenting with the settings on it, shall we say. But the webcam's looking nice tonight. Just fade that one in while I have a quick look at the other camera, because that picture's not going to cut it really. You take the filter off of it. Right, let's play with the shutter. Okay, that looks a bit brighter. Excellent. Have I ever had a Leica? No, I haven't, Jeff, but they are awesome cameras. You mean the like a rangefinder camera? Is there much difference between modern DSLR and modern smartphone cameras in good light? There is. To the naked eye, just as a normal picture on the screen, there's not a massive difference, Sim or Sime. But when you start going into the detail, if you want to crop into the image, then you can definitely see the difference without a doubt. But you know, all my cover shots, 99% of all my photos for my live streams, I've shot with my Samsung Note 8 phone. So you know, you can get a pretty good image. You can get a very good image. But yeah, the lens is a big difference, and the sensor size as well, Simon. So although it looks quite good, and some of the latest phones are very nice. Did Hacker make a camera? You never know. There's some bizarre stuff that's got Hacker brand on it. So anyway, we've diversed already, haven't we? I've busted poor old Santa's. I've hurt his little puppy. Santa's puppy. I've hurt it. So let's make some room. I've broken his bottom off. We forgot the the tree, didn't we? We forgot the tree. Oh, I've just covered him up. Get off. Can't forget the tree. So that's enough of that. So let's see if we can line up the main camera. It's all part of the fun messing with the cameras as well, isn't it? So, here we are. Hacker Sovereign 3. Looking a lot cleaner than it was when I pulled it off the shelf earlier. Oh, it was a hell of a state. This is going to blow it right out now, I bet. May have to just alter the aperture again. Oh, that's not too bad. It's a little bit bright. There we go. Right, let's overlay me small. To picture in picture. There, back in the corner. Simon hasn't built it yet. You're looking at your tree now. Just looking at it, Simon, eh? Just laying out all the components, getting all those masses of LEDs ready to solder on. Well, there's one of these on eBay for a tenner, is there? Or is that a starting bid of a tenner? Hi Steve, 7931. Good evening to you. Greetings. You want to have a drag race with this and the Sovereign 2 now, do you? Yeah, a lot of controversy yesterday when I said that I thought the Sovereign 2 sounded better than the Hunter. There was loads of talk about that. Created quite a nice bit of banter, that did. Yeah, I mean, a good one of these, Jeff, can go up near 3 figures, really. And I've had one Sovereign 3 set here for alignment once that is as mint as you could get it, like literally right out the showroom sort of condition, virtually brand new. This one, as I say, I've cleaned the top up on it. It's blown out with the light, but all of these knobs were all Evo sticked to hell. I mean, why someone's going to use Evo stick, and they didn't just Evo stick the buttons on, they actually Evo sticked the black border around it as well, the paint. So we had to very, very carefully go over that and try and chip that off. And it's been a pig. It took me quite a long time. That's one of the reasons I'm a bit pushed for time today, like coming on, because of messing around trying to clean this one up. And all these knobs had thick black nastiness in all the grooves. So I've literally had to take it apart and just give it a clean before I could take photos of it and show it to you today. As I say, I've not powered this one up. I don't even remember the history of this. I've got two more Sovereign 2s, Sovereign 3s, I mean. 2s, that's a goat moment, I suppose, isn't it? He's been swallowing them things again. I'll tell you what, these goats, you can't turn your back for 5 minutes and they're sucking up soda legs. Let's extract the soda leg from the goat's bottom a minute. There. He's still got one in there. Let me have it. No, he's not letting me have it. I see it, I can see it. So just extracting soda legs from the goat at the moment. If anybody's wondering what's going on. There it is. That's better. What it is, there's a magnet in the base of the speaker. And it is like very magnetic. If I get one of these soda legs and just put it near it. It loves them. So every time there's a soda leg on the bench, it goes up the goat. Just a bit of useless information. You've got the Sovereign 3 NB. Very nice. Clearly the Hunter is superior. To what? To the Sovereign 2? Nah, of course it's not. So, yeah, subjective. The Chinese have been buying the rights to the brand names of all the defunct American electronics manufacturers. So you may see Hacker rise again in name only one day, Andrew. So this is the non-MB version, and the MB stands for mains and battery. This is battery only. The MB version has got a little power supply built inside, and there's a little figure of 8 connector in there, which takes your mains plug. Now these are a bit more durable than the Sovereign 2 because they've not got any foam padding. So these grills usually stay intact. The grills come loose when the foam disintegrates and leaves a gap. Then this gets rattled about and they start breaking off. It doesn't usually happen that much on these. It's got the solid extruded grill like the Super Sovereign and the later Hacker Hunters. So very, very durable, the grill on these. You don't see these damaged hardly at all. They're really, really solid, and that's thanks to one of my customers and friends that actually designed it for Hacker. So it's a 3 waveband set, FM, long wave and medium wave. There is an FM only version, but that's badged as the Black Knight, and it's obviously got a different top panel on it, but a lot of it is the same. There's also a Silver Knight, which was a later model with stereo, which I've shown you before on the live stream. So, what are we saying? Non-MB will run off a wall wart. Yes, yeah, there is a power socket in the back. So I wouldn't put it on a wall wart though, Andrew, to be fair. Because if you put it on a wall wart, what you'll find is FM will probably work, but everything else will be absolutely swamped by RF noise. Or interference, shall we say. I don't know if we can see the back panel with the webcam. Yeah, we can. So let's pop over to the webcam and have a look at the back panel. So you can just about see in there if I tilt it slightly. So this is what Andrew's referring to. So if you purchase, what you want really is a linear power supply, 12 volt with negative center pin, and away you go. So it's headphone socket, we've got a tape. I believe that's only output to tape. I don't think there's an input in that socket, but we'll have a look in the manual in a minute. You never know, there might be. There's a couple of external aerials, AM external aerial as well, which is quite nice. So if you want to stick a long wire in it, you could do, I suppose, for medium wave DX in, long wave DX in. An external aerial, again, that's one of those like car aerial. In fact, they're both the same, they both look like car aerial sockets. So yeah, there we are. So at the top, we've got pretty much, it's pretty straightforward. We've got bass treble, AFC, FM long wave, medium wave. We've got some station markers. I've only got 2 on the bottom, so I'm probably missing a couple. And 4 on the top. Bit grubby as well. Need a bit of a clean up. Aerial on this one. I did put some switch cleaner in it just now because it was very grubby, and it still is, but it does move a bit better now. Oh, I've got a kink in it. I've got a kink in my aerial. That's a shame. These aerials are rarer than rocking horses. You know what? You cannot get that aerial. Should we have a look in the back of it? Depends on the wall wart, does it, Benji? I've tried quite a few, and I haven't found one yet that a switch mode one that doesn't cause interference on long wave and medium wave. Wouldn't a branded laptop power supply then use a low dropout MOSFET rather than build a PSU with copper transformer? I think because it's switch mode, Jeff, the actual switching, you know, some of the switch mode supplies for amateur radio are pretty well filtered, but most of the, like my switch mode supplies for my laptop here interferes with medium wave and long wave. It just makes it almost impossible to hear it in here, but yeah. So let's have a look in the back then, see what we got. And again, I've not looked in the back of this. Literally, this will be the first time I've unclipped this. So there might be nothing in here, or it could be a complete burnt out mess. Okay. So that's where the missing cap went. So I had to replace one of the buttons on top because the cap was missing, which is this one. So there's the cap for it. Oh, it's more than missing, it's broken. Oh dear. Yeah, if you can see that. I can get it to the light not to shine on it. So it looks like that's the aluminium bit, and that should all be part of the same thing, but it's lifted off, unfortunately. Oh well. That one ain't no good then. Right, what have we got then? We've got a really grubby aerial. Nasty. A lot of verdigris on that one. Yeah, a lot of verdigris on that one, people. Let's get down and then just get inside her. No comments, please. So we've got a battery tray, and this one's looking a bit rough. Ooh, gungy. Ooh, like new. Needs some work, that one. A lot of rust in there, especially this one. Crusty. But it's not broken. And the battery snaps are still on it. We're going to get that one out of the way because if I can unclip the thing. There we go. Let's just pop that one out of the way a minute. And the back panel, get the webcam out of shot. How's the amps pins? Yeah, probably the same state as the rest of the radio pool actually. Let's see if I can get you in a bit closer on. So Paul's mentioning the amp pins, and that's these down here. So it's a different setup than the other hackers that we've seen so far, in that it uses just a flat connector. And there's all sorts of issues with these. They lift out, the wires lift out. Everything you can see, I'm just pushing them down because they're not fully engaged. They get grubby pins. You got the same with a speaker connector there. They're not brilliant, but they're okay. So this side, I believe, is our AM board. It's brimming full of lock fits, and these carbon nasty caps. Caps. Resistors, Graham. It's got the blue Phillips capacitors in it, which ain't too bad, but no doubt they would have gone high. So it's actually not looking too bad, you know. I think it's had it's got a bit damp at some stage, this one, I think, by the looks of it. Let's go back onto the other camera for a minute. Let's get rid of me. I'm in the way, really, aren't I? Hey, Chris, how are you? An apple. Not going to eat one of them again. And what? Yeah, fruit, eh? Good morning, Wenlock, how are you? It's fine, thanks for asking. Right. So where were we? We were looking at the boards, weren't we? So AM board. I believe they call that one the tone board. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is the tone board. Yes, it is. That's the tone board. So the bass and treble are connected onto that one. This is like the AMRF board. I think they call it the switchboard, but it does do the AMRF, I believe. Over here is the FM RF board, and then tucked over this side, you can just sort of see in behind the grubby area is the FM IF board. Yeah, this has got damp at some stage. But to be fair, there's not anything that I can see in there that I would say, hang fire, let's not fire it up. So I think we need to stick some fire in the hole, don't we? I think we've got to get it going. We've got to try it out. So, let's get me leads in. Now this is a 12-volt radio, not 18. So I need to make sure I put my power supply down to 12 volts. Actually, what I can do is stick the stick the power plug in the back there, can't I? That's probably easiest. So I'm just going to pop my power supply down to 12 volts on the other side. And I'm just going to stick the power adapter in. Just darken that camera up a bit. It goes mad, that camera, doesn't it? Right. Here we go then. What are we on? Let's go FM. Save damage in that area. Let's just clip a wire on that. It took a while to come on that. Drawing 30 milliamps.
Tracks hearing it, but I wanted to dabble a few little live nuggets in there, and the brilliant Alex Hart, who you will have heard if you're a regular listener on the show a couple of weeks ago when she was in session with her band The Trees. She went in to go and join David White down in Cornwall, who you may know as the former presenter of the Cornwall aspect of this show. And as part of that festive little bundle, she did a cover of Merry Christmas, Everybody, and this is gorgeous. I hope you love it. This is Alex Hart live in session.
That speaker's rasping.
Cuddling just couldn't go on if there were men here as well. Nevertheless, aren't you in a sense alienating a lot of potential support? I'm sure we are, but there are a lot of other mixed camps that they could go to, and this camp is the one that's got all the publicity, and it's because of it being all...
Specific about what he wanted, and it's just great when singers find that fascinating rather than onerous.
Yeah, isn't it though?
Many more. Friday afternoon from 2 on BBC Radio 2.
Good evening, Radio 2 Rock Show listeners. This is Justin Hawkins. Sitting at home recovering after in the most... Thanks for your support. We love you very much. Merry Christmas.
This opera.
I can backtrack.
Okay, well, the only thing that I can see so far is it doesn't sound brilliant. Obviously, we've got a raspy speaker for some reason. So either there's damage to the speaker or the cone's rubbing. It doesn't sound brilliant. I think possibly the amp could probably do with recapping, but it's not bad. But I think it's that speaker that's letting it down. And the other thing is the dial alignment isn't brilliant. You can't really see that because of the light. Let's get that light out of the way a minute. Where are we? No? Okay, it's that light over there that's blocking it, I think. But, yeah, on 100 megahertz, we should have classic FM, but it's not there. So the AFC tone. It's about half a megahertz out. And on the other end, oh, it's me messing with the power. And we're nearly 1 megahertz out on BBC Radio 2, which should be just past 88. I think it's 88.15 here, and it's nearly on 89. So the FM RF is slightly out, but that's not too difficult to tweak in, possibly. It's one of those ones you can try and do it with the capacitors in there, but if you start getting messing with the inductors and the capacitors, you can go into outer space. So I'll give it a little tweak and see if I can pull it back in. But in the meantime, let's pull them out of the chassis and have a look at this speaker, because this is the same speaker as is used in the RP75 Hacker Super Sovereign, and obviously in the Black Knight and the Silver Knight. I believe they all use the same amplifier. Well, no, I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that. Let's get the light back down again so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, it's got an extension speaker socket. No, well, headphone socket it's got. It's got a headphone socket in it. Jeff, what are you thinking of trying a headphone in it and see if it still rasps, are you? I mean, I don't know if you can see inside, but down in this corner, it's fairly badly corroded on the speaker. See if I can get you in a little bit closer. No, down a bit, down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. Now that's the wrong corner. We need to be over this side. So you see that sort of water damage inside there? So water's definitely got into this, and you can see sort of discoloration on the speaker cone. It's much lighter around the outside than it is in the middle. So what I want to do is just want to pop that one out and just see if it's got a tear in it. Hopefully it hasn't, because as I say, I might have a spare one, but I'm not 100% sure that I have. I have got a couple. I've got a Sovereign, Super Sovereign donor radio that's not got a lot of donor parts left in it, actually. Right. And you can see as well there's a nice big rust mark down the back, inner back panel. So something's got rusty and the water's dripped down. It's dripped down from here, so it looks like it's possibly come in through the aerial hole. I don't know, maybe it's been left out in the rain or something. Or someone's used it for washing dishes. Oh, who knows? Battery, not water. But if you look, that lines up with the aerial. if you can see that or not. That lines up with the aerial. The aerial's really corroded, and obviously whatever's got in has started from the top and dripped down, so batteries are not going to drip upwards, are they? Unless someone's inverted the set. But yeah, I suppose if someone's turned the set upside down, it might drip out through that way. But again, there's no staining up here. So if it's turned upside down, it would come out probably up and out through here. I don't know. It's a mystery. So let's just get my rubber mat in. Just lay him down on his front, being as I cleaned the front of it earlier. No point scratching it all up on the bench, really. So, in the bottom, right. I need to go and get my iPad in a minute so I can monitor the chat a bit better. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Let's go picture in picture. Yeah, there we go. You can see me now. I can't see the chat though, so I'm going to have to go and get the iPad in a minute. So we've got 2 screws in the bottom. Got to come out to get the chassis out. Again, these are rusty. Could be Benji, you could be right, definitely. It could have been stored with batteries on, either on its end or on its back, I suppose, and they've leaked down. We've definitely had battery leakage into the battery tray, definitely. That's in hell of a state. Take the little cup washer out, because if you don't take these out, you think they're stuck solid, and all of a sudden next thing you know is you've got one on the floor somewhere and you can't find it. Okay, let's pull the speaker wires off. So we've got black on the bottom, blue on the top. God, they don't want to come off. Got it. They should, in theory. Come out. There he is. One chassis and one radio. Well, one, not radio. Oh dear, Graham. One case. And the goat has got 2. 3. He sucked up 3. He sucked up 3 capacitor legs. I've got to clean up this bench properly. Poor old goat. I know. I'm sorry, goat. Right. Let's have this speaker out and have a look at him. I think this is going to be an Imperial set still, isn't it? I can't remember the date. Sovereign 3. Anybody got a Sovereign 3 date? Does it have knobs left? Don't know. Yeah, it could well have been Benji. You could well be right there. It's been laid on its back with the batteries in. I seem to have mislaid my nut driver from yesterday. I've got everyone but the one that I need, so that must mean it's either on the bench or on the floor. It's on the floor. So what's this, 4BA? Yeah, so it's still Imperial. Cool. Yes. Just going to hold that up to the light. To be honest, it doesn't. I'm just moving the cone now. It doesn't sound like it's no, it's not rubbing. I can't see any rips on it. Let's pop the overhead cam on. You can have a closer look at it if you want it. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look to be an issue. It's a nice lumpy speaker. If we compare it to a, that's a Hunter speaker, I think. So that's a speaker out of a Hacker Hunter for comparison. There's not much in it, is there? Hunter is slightly bigger. And this one, actually, it could be a job for Chris. No, we wouldn't give Chris any more jobs. (1973), 1954. Yeah, I thought it was 70s. Yeah, so this speaker looks really good condition, but it's got an open circuit speaker coil on it. It looks almost brand new, but for some reason the speaker coil's open circuit. And I don't know how you get the end caps off. They're probably pressed on hydraulically. Saying that, you wouldn't need to do that, would you? You just need to take the surround off. And lift it out. Mind you, it must be a bit of a job to get back in there and glue it back in. But yes, open circuit speaker coil on that one. So, no good. And again, for another comparison, this is a very horrible speaker out of, I think it's an R600, same size as the R707. So you can see that that is a bit smaller than the Super Sovereign speaker. So yeah, just a bit of speakerage for you. Coil fixing live, yeah. No. Yeah, it was buzzing though. There's definitely, it was buzzing somewhere. Something was causing that to buzz. So first thought is it's got a dodgy coil on it, or there's a tear in it. But like I say, I can't see anything wrong with that at all. Looks fine to me. So maybe we'll try it without the case. Shall we see how that works? See if it vibrates without the case. Let's put that safely to one side. What did I do in my amp? Have you done with your amp, Graham? Poor old Mrs. Cruncher's still coughing, as you can hear. Yeah, those pins are absolutely filthy. We'll give them a clean in a minute. Right, where's my power? Let's try him. Let's try him out of the case then. I suppose I could put him on the rubber matting so as he doesn't vibrate at all. You always imagine those Sovereign 3 speakers to be Russian origin. Yeah, I suppose it is a bit Selena-ish, isn't it? Black, gloss, with a chunky great square magnet on the thing. Square magnet housing. Right, let's just clip that onto the FM aerial. Give it a go. Still sounds a little bit of rasping on it. That's...
It has no custom and practice. It is replete with opportunities. But they only go to those swift to adapt, slow to complain, open, willing and able to change.
I think New Labour was sucked in by the idea that globalisation was such a powerful force that it was inevitable. You couldn't buck it. You could not bring industries to places that needed them.
Writer and columnist Polly Toynbee.
We look back now and you say, of course, there was so much more that should have been done.
Speaker's definitely rattling.
Years did not do enough about those very seats.
I think what owns that one is.
On. Did it do enough for the Sedgefields, for the Wrexhams, for the Grimsby?
Let me go and get the Sovereign 3 manual in a minute.
We regard them as victims of globalisation and almost assume that nothing good was going to happen to them again.
Or take immigration. People who come to work and make their lives here. Make Britain not weaker, but stronger.
Blair responded to the challenge of globalisation by welcoming higher levels of immigration.
I'm going to knock that off, aren't I? Right, let's see if I can just find what speaker ohms it is, and see if we can find another speaker to try in it. Where are we? Come on, Mr. Sovereign 2, Sovereign 3, even Super Sovereign. Super Sovereign, come on, where's Sovereign 3? Sovereign 3's here somewhere. Silver Knight, Silver Knight. Trying to find the manual for the Sovereign 3, which is here somewhere. Oh yeah. Where's Sovereign 3 gone then? Autocrat. Sovereign 2. That's going to be the last one, isn't it, that I find? Oh, it's not there. Where's that gone to then? Silver Knight. It's me being prepared again, look, and not finding the manual. So. Well, I thought I had the manual there for that one. Obviously I haven't. Well, more than likely it's out somewhere. I haven't put it away.
The anxiety Matthew Goodwin describes was raised directly by voter Gillian Duffy during the 2010 election campaign on a walkabout by Prime Minister Gordon Brown.
That's Harriet.
She let him know that she wasn't happy with Labour's immigration policy. And afterwards, he forgot he was wearing a live microphone. Radio 2's Jeremy Vine picked up the story with the Prime Minister a little later that day.
And as you went away, a microphone picked you up saying that was a very bigoted woman. Is that what you said?
I apologise if I've said anything like that. What I think she was raising with me was an issue about immigration, saying that there were too many
look what I can see.
People from Eastern Europe in the country, and I do apologise if I've said anything that has been hurtful, and I will apologise to her personally.
Someone has just handed me the tape. Let's play it and see if we can hear it.
You can never put me with that, will I? Whose idea was that?
No, I didn't see it.
It's Sue, I think. It's just ridiculous.
I'm not sure they'll go with that one.
They will go with it.
What did she say?
Oh, everything. She's just a sort of bigoted woman. Said she used to be Labour.
That is what you said.
Can you see what I can see?
Of course she's allowed to express her view, and I was saying that. The problem was that I was dealing with a question that she raised about immigration, and I wasn't given a chance to answer it because we had a whole melee of press around her. But of course I apologise if I've said anything that has been offensive, and I would never put myself in a position where I would want to say anything like that about a woman I met. It was a question about immigration that really I think was annoying.
Gordon Brown's unguarded remarks fed the perception that politicians not only did not share the concerns of ordinary voters, but despised them and their values. And on top of the values divide, economic concerns came back to bite after the 2008 financial crisis. Political sociologist Paula Surridge calls this the
perfect storm for this particular group of voters that we're talking about.
I think that could be the issue, don't you?
At the same time as we get the rise in immigration, although it might be completely incorrect.
Can you see what I see?
For not being able to get a GP.
Don't start singing, Graham. Everybody will switch off.
Other things that were happening. You can still understand why people might run the two things together.
Staple.
Our services are in a terrible, terrible state because of austerity, but the most visible change to them in their community is the rising immigration. So it creates this perfect storm, in fact, which brings their economic and their cultural values together.
The new Conservative coalition government.
Good song.
Research, that's not what happens, that people gravitate towards their own.
Slaughtered by Macbeth's men. Malcolm orders his soldiers to cut branches from Burnham Wood to use as camouflage when they attack Macbeth's castle. And as the scene ends, they all rally to save their homeland. Ira, we're about to hear the haunting chorus, Patria Oppressa, oppressed homeland.
One of Verdi's greatest, most heart-rending choral pieces. The people sing, "We can no longer call you motherland. For your children, you've become a grave." There's so much emotion expressed through subtle shifts of rhythm and stunning harmonies, which Verdi even managed to
Yes, okay. Good old Verdi. Right. Medium wave. Is there any action on medium wave? Let's see.
The central characters are well served and right in the chapter.
This is your first shoot in Totness's hearing aid bay. We chat about everything from how they generally don't really like Christmas celebrations to the intricacies of putting together.
I wonder if we can improve the signal with the long wire.
This opening track, the only one you already heard from these guys. This is making it last.
No. Just thought we'd pop a loop around it. It's introducing static into it, isn't it? Just off. No.
No estamos saliendo derrotados, nos adelanta el marcador, pero el Valencia tampoco ha hecho nada en el partido para perder.
Let's connect it onto the external aerial plug. That's better.
Muy poquita. El partido está siendo un poco atractivo porque el Valladolid está basado.
presionarla e metterla di nuovo nel portone. Poi afferra una macchetta e metterla nervosamente tra le altre.
That makes a big difference. So it's quite a weak foreign station there. But you can hear it. If I take the external wire off, gone. Can't hear it at all.
As well as just hearts, and they've got ambition, and they've got talent, as well as just beauty, and I'm so sick.
So again, I think that's Radio 4.
Love is just all a woman is fit for. I'm so sick of it.
So take that off again.
But the other element of the film is the warmth and the laughter.
Big difference.
What's interesting is this. The film...
I'm not happy with that.
My name's Aubrey, I play Fender bass.
I love that all I said was, can you say what you're doing? And already the begrudgments are coming out. I'm not happy about this. I think I sing. I don't know.
There you go.
Do I? It's amazing. Hearing Aid Babe, we've already had one track, Making It Last, which is the only track that you're doing in session today that
I think that's RTE there, Paul.
It means that joy was born, joy.
This is picking up all sorts with this wire in it. Yeah, Jeff, none of that, please. So it's picking up a lot on medium wave. Let's pop it over onto long wave. And I'm surprised you say you say about France there, Steve, because I can pick up French stations on long wave. So I'm not sure what I'm receiving. I don't know whereabouts in France you are, but let's have a listen to long wave then, with the wire still connected. Well, I don't know what that is, but it's not Radio 4.
your faith isn't acknowledged and recognised,
That's Radio 4.
you would be rightly horrified. It is not about promoting homosexuality. It's about love, respect, and belief. The school curriculum, and that's where we have to draw the line. We have to say that the school curriculum should reflect the diversity of our society. It should be a safe space for all pupils and parents.
No worries, Jeff.
Failed our society.
As long as you know, mate, there's no swearing in here.
Really find values that everybody can share, over and above, if you like, the ones on which we differ, so that everybody feels some loyalty and commitment to this society going forward.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. We have failed in creating.
Well, apart from the RF alignment on FM, seems to be working rather well now. We've removed the staple from the guts of it. How are we doing on the chat then? Let's have a look. Can any of you in the UK hear the US 50 kilowatt medium wave stations from the east coast of the US? Winter nights is ideal time to listen. Yeah, I can't say I do, Doug. I can obviously, pardon me, I can obviously hear amateur stations and talk to amateur stations of an evening, but can't say I can hear the radio stations. But then I don't really do any medium wave DXing. I'm trying to think. There's one of the chaps in our chat group is into medium wave DX. One of the Daves, I think. One of the Davids. Hi, Keith. How are you, mate? Hi, Brett. You'll do 8. You'll do 8, Jeff. What are you going to do? 8 lines? I think you need 8 lines, Jeff. Thou shalt not swear in chat. Oh, dear. Right, so the only thing that we've got to do then is the alignment, isn't it, on FM. Because AM seems pretty much there. Just pull the power on that a minute. So, how am I going to get you in on this? How am I going to get you in? Let's just turn that off a minute and see if I can get the webcam around to the dial scale. See if I can get the webcam round to the dial scale. Which we can. Can you see the needle pointer? The pointer though. Not very well. If I put that one on. The torch that doesn't work. What if I put the torch that doesn't work on it? Can you see it now? Just trying to catch the light on the... No, you can't really see that very well. It's because it's got like it's magnified, the dial scale magnifies, if you know what I mean, the little glass that you look through to see the pointer. It's magnifying, so it's got like a rolled edge on it. So if I swap over to the webcam, just pop it down a little bit further. So the dial pointer is just about here. Can you see that or not? Let me just play around with that a minute. Let me just play around with that camera a minute, see if I can just get in on that dial. Sharpen it. Bear with me while I just fuss about with the things. Position. Zoom. It ain't brilliant. It ain't brilliant. What if I put the light like that? Nope. Oh, now you can see it. Oh, now you can see it. Definite. I don't think you can see the front camera now, though, can you? I'm just assing about with the lighting now. So if I stick that on the camera now, you can definitely see the light there, can't you? Okay, you can definitely see the pointer now. So what I was saying is on 100 megs up here, I need to look at this directly, so excuse my head getting in the shot. There, to be exact. And it looks slightly off to you because you're at a funny angle. Now you can see it. So that should be classic FM. Let's pop the power back in. Now, I can't remember if it's AFC is on when it's up and off when it's down, which is you want AFC off. So classic FM. If you push FM would be nice, wouldn't it? It's on about 100.5, see that? So I've lost it there, and I've got it there. So I'm going to have to try and do this from memory because I can't find the book offhand. So we'll have a go. Okay, nice shot, Graham. Yeah. Okay. So, shall I do that one picture in picture? Just make that bigger. Not that big. Little trick I learned today. You learn stuff all the time, don't you? Yeah, you should be able to see that. So I'm pretty sure, and we'll just give this one little tiny turn, that it's TC3, which I think is that one. Let's use a non-metallic tool. Yeah, can you see that, Brat? And I wouldn't suggest you touch this, to be fair.
Well, by ear, and that's why my parents said,
there we are.
You know, I think maybe you should have some lessons. When that happened, and I went to Mrs. Jones.
So that was just a very, very minute alteration. Hi, Mike.
And I took to it really well, and I went into music competitions locally, and then
you got broken chords.
I obviously had some talent. They thought, well, you should try for a junior exhibitionist place at the Royal Academy, which I did, and I got in. And in 1958, just coming through those doors, it's a big place. It's a big place, but it was so intimidating then. I was, mind you, I was 11, so but it smelt of fear. You have to realise in those days, and nothing else. No, certainly no rock and roll. That was the devil's music. No jazz, no standards. It was
bang on
music all the way. But I went here with a lot of my peers. Chris Thomas, who produced my records, and a lot of other people.
Now the trick is,
best harp player.
Has that actually messed up or improved Radio 2, which should be, if you remember me saying it should be, no. Radio 2 should be over here, just past 88. So let's see if we got that now. I think AFC off is that one actually. Let's just double check that one again. Let's bang on, yeah. Let's try 88 then. Yeah, so we've got, unfortunately we've got some music on there at the moment. Let's see if I can swamp that with a signal. Just turn the signal generator on a minute, see if I can, because it's a good, I suppose we could go to say 89, couldn't we? Let me just get my head in here a minute and just make sure we're dead in line with 89. Stop it, power. So just going to set my signal generator to 89 megs. So there we go, RF generator, frequency 89. And all I've got is, you can't really see it there, can you? All I've got is this telescopic aerial connected to the SIGGEN. So hopefully that should pick it up. If not, I can couple it into it, but it should pick it up if I pump the power up high enough. Right, so where were we? We were on that one, and we had the overhead cam picture in picture there. So yeah, like I said, I just very, very gently touched TC3 down there. So here's a little capacitor. So there's a little capacitor trimmer. Now I think it could be L3 and TC3. In fact, it is. One does the bottom end, one does the top end. You've got to be really careful doing this. And again, I wouldn't really suggest you try it, but, you know, I've shown you now, haven't I? But this is an area to be avoided, really. Like I say, this is one of these ones, if you unscrew this and take it off, it'll alter the signal. So let's go 89 megahertz. FM, let's go mental with the level, if I can get it to do the level. I really have got to service this 2955, I don't want to though. I need to send it to George really, and he can service it when he does his. Right, let's go minus 20 dBm. Out. Modulation. Let's go mental. So 1 kilohertz frequency. Let's go. Let's over deviate a bit. Let's go. Right, okay, so that should hopefully be putting a signal into the radio. Can you hear that? So it's a little bit off. Can you see where the needle? You can't really see the needle because of the angle now. Let me just see what that's reading. So that's the 89.5. So I believe, again, I'm just being quick. I think it's that call there. So that's spot on now. So we turn the SIG gen off and go to 88.
About that time at University College London. Yeah.
That's bang on now.
Right. So in the same year. He was the year below me, but we've
That's absolutely bang on.
Together, yeah. Really. So
but now the problem you've got is that may have altered the other end of the scale. So you need to go back to this end. And we need to try and see if classic FM is still over there. If it is, then we've cracked it. If it's not, then it's a case of going back and forward until you've actually got it. So again, we've lost classic FM now. Well, I say we've lost it.
When the time we turned, I left the job, but it was I left about 6 months before my levels, and I had to go and tell my headmaster, Mr. Westgate, quite a formidable man. I think everyone was more formidable in those days anyway. And he was
so, let me get the manual up because the reason I say that is one of these does the top end and one does the bottom end, and I may have just got that backwards. I'm just going to quickly check. Let me just get the Sovereign 3 manual a minute. Oh, hang on, Paul sent me a message. Paul has sent me a message, but no, that's something else. Okay, let's just get the manual for that. This is Yahoo. I hate this Yahoo search. So, oh, Paul's going to send me a manual. Excellent, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, understand that, Paul. So bear with me, people. I mean, we could fiddle with it, but I'd rather not show you something that was wrong. So that's why I'm just hesitating slightly. Where are we? Can we get that a little bit better in shot? It's difficult because of the overhead cam is sort of at its maximum reach, really. And I might actually be too far. It might be too far. Yeah, okay. Haha, sorry, I'm just messing with the camera. Bear with me. So, do we need to go that way or that way? I need to go that way more. Okay. If you mess with these, that is totally at your own risk. You could very well mess your radio right up messing with these. Paul's just sent me the manual. That's very kind of you, Paul. I've got a funny feeling that in the manual it doesn't actually tell you, to be fair. But we'll have a look. Let's stick you on. Let's turn the picture-in-picture off. Screen cap fade. I have got this manual somewhere. It's probably in amongst my pile of paperwork there, I expect. It's definitely one that I've had out fairly recently. So Sovereign 3, and that includes the Black Knight, RP74. RF and IF alignment is page 5. AF alignment, AM, FM. Yeah. So yeah, this lies. I'm pretty sure that I found this out the hard way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I found that out the hard way. I am right, but I can't remember which way round it is. But it's L3 and TC3. I'm sure of it. That's saying L2, TC1 and TC2 for optimum gain and shape. We're not looking at it on a scope. We're just doing it by eye, really. It doesn't really tell you, does it? Again, don't mess with these, because you are going to have some big problems. It's saying in the VHF front end. Okay, yes, the VHF front end is this one, and then it's on about T1 on the FM-IF board, which is the board over here. So inject signal 100 megs, adjust TC1 and TC2 in the VHF front end for optimum gain and shape. Sensitivity. Okay. I'm just going to try it the other way a minute. Let's go with webcam. And then we'll go overhead cam, picture in picture. That should be, have you back with me now? So, you know, that's just to confuse you. It doesn't actually tell you really. Hi, Alan. Why don't you activate subtitle? Alan, because I don't really know how to activate subtitle. I will see if I can do that for you, if that's, or can you not activate subtitle from your end? Let me just have a look at my stream software then a minute. View activity, stream have, edit. Let me just check that again. I just saw settings up there. Create highlight video, insert ad, share, live stream settings. Okay, let's have a look. Allow embedding, tags, live chat, enable slow mode. No, I can't see an option to do that, Alan, sorry. Whether other people are doing it, I don't know. And apologies if you can't follow it, mate. I will have a look. But isn't it something to do with closed captions? And can you pop the caps off, Alain, please, if you would? Thanks very much for poor French, guys. No problem, Alain. I'll see if that's something that I can do on a future Streamlit for you, if it's something that is useful. I'm assuming you can just click on the closed captions then, and it actually lets you listen to it. So normally it would be coil for... Just let me get back onto vMix. Right, so Rob is saying normally it would be coil for low end and cap for high end. Yeah, that's what I did, wasn't it, Rob? So let's try that again then. So that's moved now. Let's just move that back. That's fine.
Now, a lot of you piano players out there listening will know what an arpeggio is.
That's fraction.
Let me explain it like my old music teacher explained to me. So that's a chord, right? That's an E minor chord, which is the first chord of the falling record.
Can you see we got 100 there now? Put the AFC off again. So look down the other end. So we're looking for 88.15. Come on. Come on, light. There we go. FM or F, look. You know, not scientific and by the book, but without messing up the radio, that does work. And believe me, I spent, oh, I must have spent the best part of 3 days with an RP37A on the bench, trying to follow Hacker's instructions, and I just couldn't get it at all. So you know, it's absolutely bang on now on FM, so that is done. So there's not really much more we can do. It needs another aerial, sadly, or I might be able to replace that section. Yeah, I might be able to replace that section rather than the aerial. Let's make me a bit smaller. Just chuck me up there out of the way. There, I've jumped. I'm up the top. I'm up the top. Hey, Sean, how you doing, mate? Yes, the FM no touchy. The FM no touchy box. So let's just get you in on that. And I did get it right first time, but I wasn't. I just wanted to try and confirm it, but Hacker decided not to tell you that in their instructions for some reason. Anyway, let's just rejoin the overhead cam a minute. Let's have a quick look at that one. Okay. This is probably something that we shouldn't be showing you, really. But I know a lot of people ask about alignment and how to do it, and it's one of those things. Alignment isn't really an exact science, as I'm sure the more learned of us will confirm. Is that going to be the wrong way up if I do that? Okay. 21 different jumpers so far. I got more different jumpers than I've got beers this year. So we're down that way we need to be, so... So, just to revisit it, so I set the radio to roughly 100 megahertz, which is classic FM here, and I've just tuned it to the station by ear. And the one that I used to trim that in, with the AFC off, don't leave the AFC on, was that one there, TC3. It's actually easier if you take this, well, don't take this off while you're trimming it, because it we could try a little demonstration of that, actually, couldn't we? Of the RF, somehow RF, someone said capacitive coupling, was it? It's not fun to do that. It's not fun, Sean. Don't do it. Okay, alignment is an exact science. You set it up with synad and signal to noise ratios. Yeah, no touchy. So let's just...
And you hear how their chords move, and you hear where things come in, and it's so interesting.
So that's bang on frequency now.
Those songs are perfect.
If I take this off, see if it drifts at all. It's not going to do it now, is it?
And wouldn't it be great to play a stroke?
Can you hear that's gone off now?
Unfortunately, I can't, because they don't have any pianos. A band that are just as influential. One of my favourite bands,
so that's moved.
In the world, is Muse. Have a listen to this
That's moved about a quarter of a meg. So that moved about a quarter of a meg just by taking that cover off. I thought I'd pop the cover off because it's a bit easier for you to see. Let's go a little bit brighter. There we go. So as I say, I adjusted that one for the high end, TC3, and that coil there for the low end. So I tuned it to 100 megs for that one, and I tuned it to 89 megs and did it with the SIGGEN using that one. So I've only touched those two. If you start messing with these, yes, you can improve the signal, possibly if it needs it, but you will more than likely put the radio so out of whack it will never work the same again. So it's always worth just looking to see where they were to start with. Now the little bit of rubber in that one has started to perish as well. Can you see that? It's like a little elastic band. So that probably wants just a little tiny drop of wax on that just to hold that in place. Otherwise it's going to move. Wax is a bit of a pain, but it does work. You just need to heat it a little bit to move it again if you ever needed to, if it ever drifted again, which is unlikely. So let me just grab a wax candle if I can find where I've put them. I think they're up here in the random stash. But I thought wrong, they're not in the random stash where I put them. So where have you moved those to, Graham? I've got a load of wax candles that I picked up from one of these. Ah, there we are. I picked them up from one of these, like, spiritualist shops, I think. Something like that. So just picked up some of these beeswax candles. It's beeswax, so don't use normal wax. This is beeswax. It's a lot softer than normal wax. So I'm just turning my soldering iron down to the minimum it'll go. I must remember to put that back in a minute. Because that core is stuck up quite high, and you'll find that sometimes on these radios. Sometimes they will be nice and flush on one radio, and another radio it'll be like virtually hanging out the can to get it tuned, which is a bit strange. But we'll see the proper way to do it when George gets his video out. Synad, signal to noise. It's the way to go. So what I want to try and do really is see if I can get you back on the overhead camera. He says melting it, dropping it. I need to try and get this wax in there somehow and melt it, but easier said than done really. Just need something to rest it on to heat it up, and then I can stick it in. Let's see if I can get it on this craft knife. It's almost soft enough to melt just by the heat of your skin. So I'm just going to touch that with the soldering iron. Make it a bit molten. I'm just going to spread that down one side, and that should. Just do another bit. Just enough to stop it moving, that's the thing. Just touch that with the iron. Just try and get it in the thread a little bit. Bearing in mind this is a plastic former, so there we go. And that will take about a second to set. And I now have wax on my craft knife. So yeah, that is absolutely solid now. Yeah, you could drag wax off a cap. One of these snarly, nasty things. Where is it stuck to at the moment? Yeah, one of these lovely. Yeah, one of them nasty things. Could use a bit of wax off of that. But as I say, this is just, as I said, just a wax candle. Quite a thin candle. But I've had a lot of sets. I should know better by now, but I've had a lot of sets where I've sent them off fine, and they've arrived and they've said it's not working, or it's not sensitive, and it's usually 9 times out of 10 it's the cores in the IF cans have rattled about in transit and just put the thing off a fraction, which can be enough to detune it quite a bit. So there you are, down and dirty. Down and dirty alignment. Quick, simple, but don't try this at home. Well, you can, but at your own risk. Don't come running to me when you've detuned the hell out of it. Come on, camera, you know you can do it. Go on, that'll do. That'll do. And I'm now massive again. I'm massive again. I don't know why though. I do know why, because I zoomed in, didn't I? I zoomed in. There we go. Super fraction. That's better. Right. Hi Lee, how are you? Been watching the best team in the world. What, darts team, Lee? You've been watching the darts, have you? Nice picture on my Facebook. Ah, bum. Oh, that's Paul's how can I view that? So Paul's just sent a picture of his collection of sovereigns. Sovereign 3s. Oh, he's got the Black Knight as well there, look. So he's got Sovereign 3. I think that one with the little red badge is the mains battery version, isn't it? I can just see in there mains battery. Don't know if I can zoom in on that. No, wrong. And there we've got the Black Knight. You can see it's slightly different front panels, not got as many drillings, and there's a solid aluminium button in there. I've got to make sure I am on that camera. Yeah, I am. I'm still up in the top corner as well. I'm still up here. I'm still up there, up in the corner. So yeah, nice little collection there, Paul. And with decent aerials as well, by the looks of it, which is always a bonus. So let's get back onto the main camera. Find my chat again, which has moved. Graham Townsend. I was trying to think who it was. Alain. Alain or Alan Beebe. Doesn't matter. Next time. Alan, next time I'll see if I can enable that for you, mate. I'm not sure exactly how it is. Is it okay to get it off, Graham? Pardon? What's Sean's email? Oh, is it okay to get it off me? Oh dear. Sound? Sound? No. Oh, sound, right? Okay, yes. Sorry, Lee. I'm trying to decipher and decode all the language here. There's language barriers. There's language barriers. Don't forget. Let's just get back on the Nikon picture. Language barriers, Lee. That's the problem. Yeah, Christmas jumper special for you, Sean. Gotta love it, haven't you? Look at that. How loud is that? Santa. Woo! You're doing a dance as well, but by the looks of it. Doing a jig. Ha! Very festive. Yeah, I was catching bits of the chat there. So, Lee, I will send you Sean's email address. How's that? Sound. Great. Are coming to see the Red Men bring the World Cup. You mean Santa? Hey, Derek, all right, mate? Santa's bringing the World Cup home. Man in red. I take it that's what we're talking about, Lee, innit? Santa? Anyway, I'm messing about again, aren't I? I am messing around. So, was that useful, people? Was that useful if you've got an issue with the alignment on your lovely little... and this is the same board in a number of radios. I think the RP37A uses this board. I think the later Sovereign 2 does. And certainly the Black Knight, I'm sure, does. Silver Knight does. And the Super Sovereign does as well. They all use this very similar FM board. But in the manual, I cannot see any mention of TC3 and L3. They all refer to like L2. Now, there is a test point there, but again, it doesn't really say much about that. I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery. But that's what I've gleaned from experience of trying to align them anyway. I've never had much success playing with these. And as I say, I did this RP37A once that had been twiddled to hell, and it took me an absolute age to get it back. I got it back, but it was never as good as a factory one, but it was a hell of a lot better. Well, it didn't work before and it worked afterwards, so always good. Right, so let's just pop that little plastic cover on. So like I say, that does affect the tuning, so don't go trying to trim it without that on and then expect it to be right when you put it back on. I'll put it off and then it to be right when you put it back on, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. So what I'll do is I'll get this back together, we'll stick it back in the case and we'll have a listen to it. Now I've trimmed it a little bit and it's on frequency, and we've removed the staple from the speaker. So if you look back, Sean, on the stream later on, when you get a chance, have a look, because there he says he's dropped all of the screws on the floor now. I suspected that there was damage to the speaker and took the speaker out. Couldn't find anything wrong with it at all. Tried it without it in the case and it was still rasping. Turned out to be a staple, didn't it? Turned out to be a staple. So I'm just going to pick up those nuts and that I've just dropped on the floor, if I can find them. They've probably gone into outer space, as is usual. There's one. Bear with me. Bear with me while I just get that off the floor. Is that all I dropped? No, I've got a nut to loose. There's a nut gone walkabout as well, and that's not me. Where's me nut gone? Here, nut. Come on. I've got a nut loose in the hoose. And what have I done with my torch? There's my torch. Let's have a quick look. See if I can find this nut. You talk amongst yourselves while I have a look on the floor. There he is. I knew I'd find it. I got it. Right. Okay. Right, let's get this speaker back in first. turn my sig gen off because that's making a racket. Just going to put the speaker back in very carefully. It's going to need to come out and be cleaned and painted, this one, if I ever get round to restoring it, or if someone wants it and says, Graham, I want to buy that radio from you, can you restore it for me? Then it will get done. But sadly, I have too much other stuff on all the time by the sounds of it. We've got to do Mike's Atlantis at some stage, Mike, haven't we? So I'm just sat over here messing about off camera. Ali, Ali, Ali. Oi, oi, oi. No, that's Oggy, innit? How I put up with the chat's excellent. How are you and Mrs. Cruncher today? Mrs. Cruncher's been off work, not very well. Didn't enjoy the Christmas shopping run. Nobody enjoys the Christmas food shopping trip, except the bank. They love it. And the retailers. Yeah, the fault finding we've done tonight, locating staples in the speakers, amazing. And a quick trim up on the FM, and that's pretty much it with it, really. Yeah, we had a good old close-up on it, Sean, so I'm sure you'll be impressed. I've still got another nut loose. Where's the other nut gone then? We've got nuts everywhere here. Loads of nuts. Okay. I have one nut loose. Let me get me nuts out. What have I done with me nuts? Answers on a postcard, please. Did I 3D print the jumper? No. It's a good idea, though. Good idea, Lee. 3D printer's out of filament at the moment. Well, it's not. It's out of black filament, I should say. I'm going to have to leave that speaker off for a minute. Right, let's pop him back in his bed. Actually, before I do that, we'll just give the pots a quick switch as well. A switch. Oh dear, it's another goat moment, isn't it? We'll give the pots a quick squirt of switch cleaner. Not we'll give the pots a quick switch. Especially the bass and treble in these. Very problematic, the old bass and treble in these sets. One slight sneeze and your bass and treble goes bonkers on these sets. It starts oscillating and all sorts. I should get through to them. So I'm just going to do the switch banks as well. Just a little bit. Not going to flood them. Quick squirt in the volume pot. Well, you got it at a chassis. You can do a lot of things with it in. Well, you got it out of the chassis. Oh, where's the goat? Come on, goat. Where are you? Come and save me. Save me. Save me, goat. Fool. What are you saying? Yes, while the chassis is out of the case, it's a good idea to do little jobs like this. It's also a good chance to get the station markers out and clean them, because this is rubby as hell. Fats, let me just take those out a minute. Sesame seed soup. And thanks again for the care package you sent, Lee, because now Mrs. Cruncher has taken over the use of the care package, because she's got it worse than I have. Okay. So I'm going to quickly just take these into the bathroom and just give them a quick scrubbing with Mrs. Cruncher's toothbrush. No, I mean with a spare toothbrush. Then I'll just brush out the channel. At least it'll be usable then, the radio. It needs a bit of work, but it will be usable, which is what it's all about, isn't it? There's no point having all these radios and not bothering to use them. It's very easy to just... Sorry about the rush of water. I'm not going to the toilet. I'm just pouring the water through to this tap upstairs. It takes a little while to come through hot. So I've got to put the plug in, otherwise all these little station markers, you bet your life as soon as I turn into them, they'll all go down the sink. So all I'm doing is just putting a little bit of really hot water in there and a bit of hand soap. Giving it a stir around. Just loosen up the dirt. In fact, we can come back in and do that. Now I've got my water and my little toothbrush. Back in the room. Gary, you need to put LEDs in the light on that jumper. Funny you should say that, Gary. Funny you should say that, Gary. Funny you should say that, mate, because I had an email through the other day from Kitronic, I think it is, about wearable tech and sewable wearable tech. And I thought, I got to try me some of that. I wonder if I can find the link a minute. Let's just see if I can go to that. I'm sure that'll interest you. It interested me, so. You're all as mad as me, so. So it was Kitronics. Alibaba. Kitronic. Here we go. So something else for you to have a look at on those Christmas evenings when you're stuck in having to drink all that alcohol. Let's go Nikon. So you should have me up in the corner. Yeah, you got me up in the corner. Let's get rid of that off the screen. Okay, so Kitronic, kitronic.co.uk. Materials, latest news, our library of resources, components. Here we go, e-textiles and conductive thread. View all e-textiles and conductive thread. The Kitronic, I've used them before for filament. They do a lot of like maker products, I suppose you could call it. So there's all sorts here. Look, electro fashion sewable light kit, color changing, and it ain't expensive. Look, £3.42. And you can sew this stuff in, obviously. There's an e-textiles kit for the BBC micro bit, so that would be a micro, one of those little tiny computers. Proto Snap Lily Twinkle. What's a Proto Snap Willy? Willy? Just don't say that. Don't say that. Naughty. Lilypad Proto Snap. So this is sewable, I assume. Yep. And I assume that this is programmed by, what does it say? Prototype project without a breadboard, everything's on a single board. So coin cell battery holder, 4 white LEDs. Yeah, so you can sew that in with just a coin cell holder. That. Tell me to shut up if I'm waffling. There's all sorts. There's pages and pages of it. There's an e-textiles. Look, there's 5 pages of the stuff. Conductive thread. So I'm sure somebody out there that's got a lot of time on their hands could make a fantastic flashing jumper with this lot. Look at it all. Loads of it. Anybody ever tried any of this stuff? Yeah, look, conductive thread. LEDs. 5mm. 10mm. Christ, that's big. There's pages and pages of this, look. Conductive fabric. I mean, surely some of this stuff can be adapted for LEDs in radios, perhaps, that sort of thing. You could stitch a load of LEDs in behind your speaker fabric, look. Flexible heating, there's all sorts. Like 3mm, that's more like the size. Blue. And an actual situation where a blue LED is the same price as a white one, look. Blue LEDs used to be stupidly expensive compared to white for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling. But yeah, that's the site. If you want to have a browse on that, it's quite an interesting site. There's electronics kits, look. pick kits, Spark Fun electronic project kits, buggy kits. Should we have a look at, say, an intermediate kits? I'm still waffling, aren't I? Stereo amplifier, mono amplifier, nightlight, FM radio kit, look. £14.40, so you're getting a bit more expensive, but then you've got quite a lot of components there, haven't you? Bluetooth stereo amplifier kit. I think Harvey was looking at one of those. I did see one of his videos popped up. Record playback kit. Oh, record playback kit. This module allows a short 10-second message to be recorded and played. High power amp kit. So it's only £14.40 for a high powered amp kit. Can output up to 15 watts per channel. So a lot of stuff in there. I know a lot of people ask about Bluetooth. I mean, I'm sure this... I don't think there's an E in Bluetooth, is there? Oh yes, there is. Yeah, no, they haven't got a lot of Bluetooth stuff. I thought they did. There was someone else, but as I say, I've had filaments off them before. 3D printing, ABS filament, and they do the cell. These are cell Robox ones. Look, Smart Wheel, Black as Night ABS. That's actually discontinued, so I'm not sure why they've still got that, but that is discontinued, the ABS. I'd say they're around about right price-wise, $28.50. Perspex and acrylic sheets, look. So if you need a new Perspex top for your radio, you can buy it here. Acrylic tube rod, bubble rod, plastic, veneers, look, craft foam. So well worth a browse. There's a hell of a lot of stuff in that site. A hell of a lot of stuff. Anyway, I digressed yet again, didn't I? But that's why you love it so much, because you never know what's going to come up on screen next, do you really? Let's get the chat back up, because I couldn't see chat when I was putting that up on. Yeah, they certainly are, Graham. They are very prone to it. Sesame seed soup. Yeah, that's your fault, Guy. You took us off on that tangent then, saying that I need to stick lights in the jumper. Keep waffling, all good. Conductive thread is called wire. Yeah, but it's obviously very thin, Graham, so you can thread it into the back end of a needle and thread it through fabric. So whether it's what am I trying to say? Whether it's sort of varnished so as it can't short out, I suppose, like magnet wire. Yeah, where's the fun in that, Theo? Come on. You'd love to build yourself a jumper, wouldn't you? Bluetooth. Did you say Bluetooth or Bluetooth? I hope you're on a commission. I'm not, no. You've got a stock of Bluetooth amps boards, 25 watts per channel. Cool. Powerful stuff. That's enough to blow the speaker sky high in your hacker, isn't it? Anyway, as I've been waffling, I've got my not my toothbrush actually, but I've got a toothbrush here ready to scrub me pointers, just down here by Uncle Goatee, Billy Goat. He's looking happy, isn't he? He's a Christmas goat. He wants some decoration, really. He ought to have some decorations, but I ain't got nothing small enough for him, really. No, can't really adorn the goat for Christmas. So these have been soaking for quite a while I've been waffling. See if we can grab one of these. Let's give it a bit of a scrub with the toothbrush. Shh, don't tell her. It's mine, really, honestly. So I don't know whether these are actually painted. It looks like they are, doesn't it? They're not solid colour all the way through. So we might have a go at repainting some of these one day. I'm going to do this because I've got nowhere to tip the water into now. Yeah, they're pretty dirty, look. All that is just hand soap, and I've started using that a lot more now because I'm finding that the chemicals in the foam cleaner do take colour off. You'll have to see this now. Come on, get down there. Where am I going to pour that? Let's pour it in my glass. Then we can get hold of these little pesky blighters. Tiff-brush. Oi, less of it. Magic juice. All right, no problem. I've got some other sanitary things to do with it first, though, Chris. So she'll have to wait for a little while. 101 uses for Chris's Mrs.'s toothbrush. So you can see by that the original colour it was supposed to be, can't you? So it was like a dark bluey, like a purpley colour, but it's gone almost white. Where the sun's got at it, I assume. No, Mark, I'm still not on the beer, mate. I don't know, you didn't hear that I had to have antibiotics because of my cough. It went onto my chest, and I assume I got a chest infection because the tablets have certainly worked their magic. But I've got to finish taking the whole course first. And obviously you can't drink with antibiotics. So unfortunately, I've had to lay off of it for a week. But I take my last tablet on Sunday, which is absolutely brilliant timing for Christmas. So it means I'll be able to have a nice glass of wine with my Christmas meal. And some of that nice whiskey that someone very kindly sent me. Plus, Paul sent me a Abbott Ale, and I've drunk the one that Lee sent me. That's gone. That's history, Lee. That was before the event. That was, well, I was coughing my guts up, but I wasn't on the tablets at that stage. No, she hasn't yet, Paul. She's got a slightly different. She's got the same sort of cough, but she's not. To be graphic, she's not coughing anything up, mate. You're off, Greg, are you? Cheers, cheers, mate. Thanks for joining us yet again, Star. And don't forget, people, check out Greg's channel. Greg has got a good YouTube channel. I still haven't got around to watching your videos yet, Greg, but I did watch the one where you were on your holidays. I think at your daughter's place, wasn't it? I think so. You basically give us a bit of a rundown on what's to come next year, which sounds pretty good, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got one loose. Where's that one gone? There he is. Right, so these grooves in the radio as well. Let's get the camera back up. These grooves, and you can see the mucking underneath that area there, can't you? It's difficult to get that out with Karen's toothbrush. No, I mean this toothbrush. But it's coming, look. So you need to clear all the crud out of that gap, because that's what wrecks these markers. So people get a load of gunk in there, and they try and move the markers along, and they get caught on all the dirt, and they snap off. So if you've got a nice clear, nice clean groove, why do I say these things? If you've got a nice clean groove, the pointers run better. Oh, I can just imagine what's coming there. So just pop those back on. Again, don't force them, because you'll knock one of those little tiny legs. There's little tiny pips on them. You knock those off, they won't sit in the track at all. They're just so small. I thought about 3D printing them, and I think John from John's 3D, I can't remember what his website was now. John's 3D print shop, I think it was, yeah. John's 3D print shop. He did draw them out, but they're just so small, you can't really get a decent resolution on them to print them. So we'll do the same with this. We're going to just push all the muck out of this channel. There's a little bit stuck in there that's ground in. There we go, nice clean channel. Put some lube in the groove. And then they said lube in the groove then. Lube in the groove. Oh my God. Where's this going? The problem with lube in the groove is it attracts dirt. Why do I say it? Why do I say it? Yeah, lube in the groove attracts dirt. Maybe a little bit of silicone spray, perhaps. Oh, sounds like the doggies are going to bed. Oh, it is 20 past 10. God, dear. Time flies by, doesn't it? God, I can't get that last one on now. Always one, isn't there? There he is. Come on. There we are. There. Back on. Back in the room. Station markers in. So I've only got 3. I think there should be 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. I've seen sets with 5 odd in them. I don't know what the standard was, but it seems like anything goes. Right, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. So we'll give this headphone socket a little bit of a squirt. Just to make sure that doesn't pack up and give us problems. Stick it back in the chassis. I'm a bit close up now, and I scoop up a bit. Just popping that back in the chassis. Back in the chassis. I've said it again. Back in the case. I'm putting the chassis back in the case. Not the case back in the chassis, Graham. Someone's ringing me from somewhere. I've got it. Sorry about that. Just saying good night to Mrs. Cruncher. Yeah, I was just saying that one thing that it's good to do while you've got it out is just clean the corners, because you can't get at that with the casing. I'll just put a bit of isopropyl on that to clean that corner. And this one just gets grubby in the corners and you can't clean it out unless you've got the case out. Got the case out, got the chassis out. Crazy man. You crazy fool. There. Yeah, just a little jobby. Just a little job to do. Crazy. So is everybody sorted for Christmas now? You must be. You all got your family, whatever you're getting them, and sent all your cards and all of that sort of stuff. Let's pop the screws back in the bottom. Paul said it's 4 on the upper, 4 on the lower is standard. Don't lube the goat. Groovy, baby. A little silicone spray on a cotton bud to lube the track. Lelock 2222. 2222? All the twos. Oh, the time. Oh dear. I'm a bit slow on the uptake, innit? Christmas, when's that then? Don't forget, George, you're driving Monkey World for Christmas. You should know. Monkey World. George is going Monkey World for Christmas. He's driving through the night. I don't know the words. La la la. But George is driving Monkey World for Christmas. Could be a #1, George. Get off. Soda legs everywhere. I've got to get rid of all these capacitor legs. Oh, someone's done a bit of a... I just noticed that on the bottom. Someone's done like a UV postcode marking or something on it by the looks of it. Okay, I've just done that screw. What have I done with the other one? I literally just had it there then. That's crazy. Goat, have you nicked that screw? Oh no, you put it over here. That's naughty. Naughty, bad goat. Goat touch a screw. Don't mess with a man's screws, goat. It's like messing with a man's beer. Mustn't be done. Going tomorrow. Yeah, I think you need to sing that all the way down, George. Get the kids in on it. Got monkey word for Christmas. You should have called in, George, on your way through. Come and see the disaster that is. Yeah, so can you just see that? Sort of like a very faint, sort of shiny. I'm sure that's UV or something, but it says NG5 1HB. NG5 1HB. So that'll tell you where this radio came from. Apart from eBay, it probably won't tell you that. So let's get a wire brush and go over these pins as well while we're at it. Do a little bit of a service while we're still on, while we're still live. There we go. Oop. So got a brass wire brush. Just going to go over those pins on the amplifier board because they are manky. No disrespect to our Mancunian viewers, sure. And we can give a little tiny bit of switch cleaner into the holes. Again, we don't want to flood it, just a little tiny bit in there. Just to help it on its way. And the amplifier plug. There's not a pin in that end one anyway, but you know. Let's slide that back in. I've connected the speaker back up. I did have some silicone spray here, but I think it's out in the shed now. Make sure you don't get these wires caught in underneath. Actually, that one's got to go underneath, but the speaker plug in the other one, if you get it caught underneath, it's a real pain. Nice and tight. It's like how we like it, nice and tight. I'm going to leave that battery box out because that's nasty. There we go. She's back together. Let's see if we can get this mark off a little bit. What's the best thing for getting rust off of cloth and plastic then? Hi Tim, how are you? Has Blackburn on the dial. You're right, it does. How are you, Tim? Anyway, I didn't see you pop in there, mate. IPA sort of gets it off, but not brilliant. Paul's Magic Juice, he's probably going to say. But yeah, the problem with this is it's mesh. It's like a scrim material. But, you know. Going to do a White Rick 1 next. Need to open the Man Cave Workshop in 2020. You'll see then. Too right, Sean. Flopper open, mate. I've been there. I know him. I know him. Santa. Santa's coming. Get rid of some of the dust in there as well while I'm at it. As I say, not much issues with grills coming loose on these because they've not got the foam in them. There we are. Now let's put the power back into it and we'll watch it now not work. What are you saying, Graham? Can't say things like that. There we are. That's my power plug in the back, that is. You need a really long reach power plug for one of these.
With her headdress tapping experimental electro folk, her collaboration Crutzen and Savan. We heard Two Machines and Two Sisters, and more from that new album collaboration coming up in part 2 of tonight's Open Ear. But it's a pleasure now to welcome Decibel Ensemble, and can I welcome to the stage their artistic director, founder, and...
No, we can't be hearing that.
Well-intentioned programs to change the lives of other people that never worked. They became something different, something unhelpful, when they kind of touched real people's lives. And often problems seem to be changed, but then they just re-emerge in new form. And I thought, I've got to start to work in a different way.
Do you accept that often right-wing contention that inequality is an engine of aspiration and of people wanting to better themselves?
Well, I don't actually, because I mean, one of the things is that I work in the Nordic countries and Radical Help has been translated, and there's a sort of...
Darkness, you see. The Christmas bells back there as well.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, there you go. You can do it. You can do it with anything. You really can. It's The Late Show on the BBC. 25 to 11. It's a blustery night. Stay inside. If you're not going out to a party, maybe you're at a house party right now. If you are, let us know, and we can be there in a kind of virtual way. Not a bad idea, is it? 81333. Start your message with the word studio.
The Chamber Ensemble of London was conducted by Peter Fisher.
There you go, people. Well, Sovereign 3. Good to go. Not really a lot wrong with that one. But, there you go. Looking good again. So that's one that I probably will move on. I probably won't, it won't stay with me, that one. We'll move it on. Doesn't need a lot more now to get it up and running. I mean, this grill, what tends to happen is with the sun on it, it bleaches out the black in the grill. I have resprayed these before. Well, I've done it once on a Hacker Hunter that was in a terrible state. Resprayed it, and then I sanded back this whole grill to leave just the black in the slots. It looked really good, but it took a hell of a lot longer than I expected. A hell of a lot longer. Right. Incidentally, I have got new battery packs that I can put in that I got from China, which I'm sure you've all seen. If you haven't, do you want to see it? And I'll see if I can find one quickly. If anybody has got one of those that's got a broken or damaged battery pack, there is a solution. Let me find one for you, just because I've said it now. I've said it, haven't I now? I've gone and said it now. That's to replace this nastiness. That grungy thing. Now, have I got them over here or not? I'm going to crash everything here trying to get one, I expect. Oh, I can see one. I can see one. I bought quite a lot of these from China. They took a long time to get here. Half of them arrived damaged. And they allegedly sent more, but I never did get the whole quota, so to speak. Just knock my camera offline now. There we go. There. Have these the same area as the MB75, the RP75? Yes, they have, Tim. So if you've got some spare, RP75 aerials, Tim, I wouldn't mind a couple. Be a crap party if you're listening to the radio. Oh, right. Press the red button soon, George. Soon get it nice and clean. Vulgarities to talk money. £100 all day long, that set. Clean it with acid. It is a nice set, to be fair. I've only given it a quick once over, but there's a lot more to tart it right up. I mean, there's a little bit of pitting on the edges of the handles, but that'll come off with a bit of oil and some. What am I saying? Steel wool. I'm trying to think what the hell it was then. Tell it's getting late, can't you? My brain's not working. It doesn't work very well at the best of times. So this is the this is available on eBay. I got these from China. So they're 8 cell, 12 volt. I'm gonna have to keep that one there, aren't I? Because he's gonna need some use, I'm sure, before we finish here. Yeah, so it's an 8D cell holder. They're a bit tough to get in, but then it does mean they don't pop out quite so easily. So you can see they've skimped a little bit on the design, but they do work. The only thing is obviously the connections on the end. So this has got push studs for like the PP9, whereas this has got wires. But what I've done in the past, I've managed to pop rivet these terminals on, and they are the same spacing. which is quite handy. So I buy my terminals from Mouser, I believe it is. So you just need to pop rivet those in, and you've got yourself exactly the same one, really. So they are available. So if you've got a radio and it's missing, then don't worry, you can still get them. But as I say, you have got to send to China. They're not the best made. They're sort of like a polythene sort of material, but they're not brittle. These get really brittle. If I was to bend that now, I can guarantee that that would snap. So I'm not going to do that. But that will clean up. But this spring is really rusty, and this one is very badly corroded. So I'd need to. Oh, yeah. The trouble is these rivets as well. As soon as you start touching these, they just fall out and they'll never fit back in. So it is salvageable, that one, but it's a lot of work. It's probably a good few hours work messing about with that battery tray. And I think these were about £2 each, £3 each, something like that. Not expensive. Yeah, good for the helmsman. Is it not easier just to add a PP9 snap to the wires on the China tray? You could make up an adapter, Sean. If you were to get, what have I got here? Let's have a look. If you were to get something like one of these are readily available. PP9 snap, but you'd have to just think about the polarity. You need to think about the polarity of the clip going on to it, if you know what I mean. So that would be the negative terminal. And that's the positive one. So you just need to wire that up, and then you could just clip it on if you wanted to. Yeah? So you just wire it onto the wires. Are you with me? Oh, those. I said it's getting late. I don't know. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, Paul. That's it. That's who you're called. Paul. Cody's. Cheers, Paul. Sulfuric acid. Coca-Cola. Have it in Coke. Phosphoric acid. You love it. You people are animals. Sorry about that, Paul. That's not a bad thing being called Sean, is it? Sean, what's he saying about you, mate? It's like, is that an insult? Good old Sean. Yeah, Paul. So yes, it is. It would be easier, but as I say, I'm lucky that I've got a load of these connectors that I picked up. Again, they're not cheap, but if you order enough of them, they're reasonable. You just need to order them by the hundreds, really. So, I bet your life I can't put my hands on any now. I have actually got some replacement springs as well. So I could stick new springs in that. Again, these are from Mouser. Mouser do a lot of stuff that you can't really get anywhere else. Battery connectors especially. Brand new. Ripe for soldering. So that would just go straight in there in place of that crusty old one. Look, save a lot of time cleaning it up, wouldn't it? Trouble is, you've got to drill them out. Especially this one, you'd have to make something up to link them across. So, yes. So there's the snaps, look. PP9 battery snaps. Again from Mouser. Places like RS, Farnell and that, they don't do these, I don't think. I think Rapid may do them as well. But yeah, it's just a little PP9 battery snaps. And the press studs as well. I use them for making up the battery boxes. So again, we're deviating, but I just thought I'd show you that if one of these is totaled, and you do tend to find that these snap, you can plastic weld them back with a soldering iron on a lowish temperature. And a bit of plastic glue, but I've done a couple that have been quite successful doing that. Depends how bad it is. It's fairly hard plastic, that, whereas this is flexible polythene stuff, so it's a lot more forgiving. Shut up, Graham. Go to bed. Anyway, you save old battery springs. Cheers, Bobo. Can I have your autograph? Sean's actually got my autograph, haven't you, Sean? He requested it on my visit to the Man Cave workshop, where we performed surgery on lots of lovely equipment and drunk an extortionate amount of alcohol as well, actually. Just throw that in there. Just throw that in there. So we did clear out B&M's, I think, wasn't it? Plus a couple trips to the off license as well. Right, what's it time for now, I wonder? Hi Jess, how are you? Plenty of wine to drink. Yeah, we've been shopping today, Jess. Been shopping today. Look at the jumper though. You've got to take the jumper in its entirety. Look. How about that? Santa's dancing. I don't know what sort of dance that is, but what's that? No, I thought that's Mrs. Santa, but no. It's all Santa. You've got to get the extreme jumpers, haven't you? You've got to get the extreme jumpers. Right, let me get the next bit. Fight Club. We love Fight Club. Sean was a grand Jedi Fight Club master. The beer protector. Sean was chief beer protector for the night. Right, number 21, come in 21. I've got a lot of stuff in the way tonight for some reason. The bench seems to be getting smaller every live stream for some reason. Capacitor. Come in number 21, where are you? Oh, I've seen it on the camera already. Fight Club. Are you asking Benji to marry you there, Sean? I knew you would, Benji. Marry E. Marry E? Oh dear. It's a great jumper. Good old Santa. Cider fairs. Hey, I tell you what, mate. I've gone and seen Uncle Sam yesterday on the way home. I've been and seen your mates down at Sam's Cider, and I've hooked myself and Mrs. Cruncher right up. Hooked us right up, mate. I'll have to send you some pictures later. Hooked you right up. Okay, so who have we got? So we're looking for number 21. No, you really don't need the jumpers. I need them. George, I think, is saying above the tree. There's lots of trees, George. Gary's top right. Under Wera W. Top right below W, under W. Up top Graham, up top near the kid's head on the right. Yeah, you pretty much all got it. I think George probably did. He wants specific about which tree. I need to make up your test clips to round out the Christmas live streams. You've got that nice wire now. Yes, Doug, I will. But I've got other plans. We'll talk about that in a sec. Let's zoom in on number 21. Whee, wrong way, Graham. You're upside down, you fool. Can you see it yet? Can you see it? Wrong way. There he is. 21. Come on down. It is a taller window, isn't it? It is a taller window, SJD. The Teddy is looking at it. What Teddy? Oh, I see. I thought it was a... Crazy. You can tell I'm getting better, can't you? I'm getting more mad as the days go on. Another Torx bit. We're Torxed right out here, aren't we? We're Torxed to the max. What is that? That's a number 30 Torx bit. Yeah, definitely Torx. Wow. Let's get rid of that one then for a minute. Let's find my little case. There he is. There's my webcam. We don't need the webcam. Get that out of the way, Graham. This is nearly full. All right, okay, so this is one of the longer ones. So we've got what should we go? Smallest to the biggest? Yeah, let's do that. So this one is a TX. I'll take it that means Torx 40 by 50. I don't know, that's a number 40. I don't know. So we've got 3 Torx bits there and one quite large Allen bit there. That's a big Allen bit, that. HOP. Is that Allen? Yeah, it certainly looks like an Allen key fitting, but it's slightly fluted in the middle. HOP 6x50. So I think 50mm is... No, this can't be 50mm long, can it? It might be. Yeah, it is. It's 50. They're 50mm long, so that must mean that's a 6mm Allen bit, is it? We've got some Allen bits over here, but we've got 5, 4, and 3 there. We've got a 4 there. So that's probably a 6mm Allen bit. And then our 3 Torx bits and a little nut driver. 3 nuts. A useful little kit that. And it's nice to be able to build it up day by day as well. Something a bit different, isn't it? There you go. I don't know if there might be some other channels doing a daily unwrap on that as well. A daily opening of the calendar. So there we are. The Wera toolkit with 3 pieces left to go. Just the 3. 3 pieces left to go. So we were talking, Doug, about what to do. What did Doug say again? Just to remind myself. You need to make up your test clips to round out the Christmas live streams. So what I'm going to do, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it on Saturday or Sunday, possibly Sunday, I'm going to announce a lot of giveaways. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to manage it yet, but I've got the Hacker Harrier, which needs finishing off really. So we can finish that one off possibly on Saturday or Sunday, probably on Sunday. I've got lots of other bits that people have sent me to give away. And I've got something that I've bought in to give away as well. Just little bits and pieces, nothing. I mean, the radios obviously is the big giveaway. But, we'll announce all that on this Sunday's live show, I think. So we're finished sprucing up the Harrier. I don't think there's a lot left to do on that. Just, I think, polish the dial plate. And that was about it. I think it was all aligned quite nicely. Cheers, Derek. I take it you're off now. Catch you soon, mate. So, yeah, we've got that. There's some bits that George has sent in. There's some bits that Rob has sent in. There's some bits that Paul sent in. I've lost track of the amount of stuff that's been sent in, to be fair. So we have got a few things to give away. Probably I'll bundle up a couple bits that are sort of radio related. My giveaway will be one item. So we can either do it as like a first, second, third, fourth prize. We can do them individually. I'm not sure, but we'll have a chat about it anyway. What do I need a goat for? Goat, you want to give away the goat? You can't give away my goat. It's my little mate. My little mate, look. Give away the goat. He won't sit up there, will he? There he will. Can't give away my goat. What would I do without him? I'll take him to bed, George. I'll take him to bed. Oh dear. So yeah. That's the plan, because we've got to give stuff away. And I'm going to give it away on the last show, Christmas Eve. So we'll announce it Sunday. We'll give it all away on Christmas Eve. Obviously, it won't get posted out till probably the following week, but I think that's fair, don't you? If you win anything, it's going to charity. Right. Some of it you might not want to send to charity, Sean. Some of it you might not want to send to charity. But yeah, I'll work that out. The goat had a bigger part to play tonight. He did. I don't know. What's that? I think one of the dogs is dreaming down there. Christmas lights not on all stream. Christmas lights not on all stream. No, not with you there, George. The goat had a bigger part to play. Yeah, he did help show us the window tonight, didn't he? He did get involved quite a bit as well tonight. Down to my my tiredness kicking in, possibly. Yeah, dogs are dreaming downstairs. I can just hear them now. But yeah, it's only little bits and pieces, Sean. It's not the sort of thing you're going to like cart down to a charity shop and stick on their table. Dogs trust. How is Maggie anyway? How's our little Maggie? How is Maggie? Oh, the lights. I was hoping you wouldn't see that, George. All right then. You can't see that though because it's on the bench. They are on now. I've just turned them on, but that's pointless because we're signing off now. But anyway, it must be knocking on. It's 11 o'clock, so I think that's a fair stint, isn't it? Really. So people, I'm gonna call it a day for now. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but you know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'll find that out tomorrow when I wake up and think I'm going to do that today. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed that today. A little bit of tweaking and twiddling that you can have a go at if you're very, very careful, and don't quote me on it. But it will get your radio aligned a bit better. Cheers everybody, and apologies if I haven't mentioned anybody that's jumped on. Good night to everyone. You still got hours of work, then sleep, then driving Monkey World for Christmas. Cheers, thanks Mr. E. Cheers everybody. How do we get notifications when you are live? Okay, let's do that a minute then. Let's just show you that while you're on. Let me just show you that, Jess. So let's just get on to my YouTube front page in a minute. So let's click on. I mean, this guy here. Anybody listen to this stuff? And I'm not into piano stuff, but this boogie woogie guy is brilliant. That's not his channel there, by the way. Oh, so we got here. Let's click on any one of these channels. Let's click on this channel here. So if we go to his homepage, so if we click on his name there, Edwin's, yeah, I got it, yes. Click on his homepage.
Okay, Edwin.
Oh, it's not there, is it? I'm looking for the bell. Have we got a new thing? Is there a join now? What's this join and subscribe thing? Okay. Let's go to my my channel. How do we get to my channel? Christmas Day. Subscribe thing. Okay. Let's go to my. Oh, it's live now. Where's the bell gone? I don't know where my bell's gone. Can someone tell me where my bell's gone? Join us to pay people monthly, okay. Go to my channel. Where's the bell gone then? Let's go to George's channel then. Let's go to my subscriptions. And somewhere we'll have Mr. Christophe, if he's done one recently, has he? Let's go down this way. George Christophe. Okay, George, we are on your channel. Ah, there we are. So can you see that where I am here, Jess? So if you look at George's channel, if you go up and click the bell, it brings up this little list. If you do nothing on a channel, you won't have any notifications. So you need to make sure that all is selected and the little two dashes either side of the bell come on. Let's have a look at one that I'm not got notifications for. I think a lot of these I've got notifications for. Have I got notifications for Jan Beta? Yeah, okay, so I haven't got notifications for Jan Beta. Look. Great site, does a lot of vintage computer stuff, Commodore. You can see he's got some videos there on Amstrad, CPC 464. Great German guy. Does some great work, really interesting channel, but you need a bit of time to get your head around it all. So I'm subscribed to him. But the bell's not on, so if I click the bell now, and I click all, that changes, and it now says I will receive all notifications down in the corner. It's the same if you go to any of the channels here. Well, this is just people that I'm subscribed to, but if we go to, no, we don't want that, I want the home. No, get off. Yes, I mean you can't see mine because I'm obviously myself. That's what I was looking for, home. So some of the recommended ones, if I go to this guy. So if I subscribe to this guy, so I've now subscribed and it's come up there, subscription added, that's when it gives you the option for the bell alert. Okay, so I mean you are subscribed to me. No disrespect, Stu Mac, but it's one of those videos that they recommend on your homepage. So yeah, hopefully that sorted you out, Jess. I wonder where the bell had gone, but hopefully that sorted you out, mate. So if you do that on my channel, every time I've got a video come up, you'll get a notification. You're welcome. Yeah, so Colin's quite right, and George, you need to hit the subscribe button and then the bell comes up. YouTuber flagged you for the naughty word earlier. Really? Really? What naughty word's that? Did I say a naughty word? Or was it the one that Jeff said? How have they done that then? Let me just have a look. I'm surprised that got through, actually, to be honest. I'll need to add that to my list, because normally they would do something about that. How do you know that anyway? Where do you see that? Did you see that pop up somewhere? Where did you see that? Let me just come back to that then. Pat, where did you see that? Because I can't see that. He sells expensive guitar repair bits. Yeah, I don't know where you saw that, Pat. I can't see that. But we'll have to hunt Jeff down and beat him with a wet fish, I think. Oh dear. Oh, where is Jeff gone? Have they taken Jeff out? Oh. Oh no, Jeff. Yeah, not sure there. You'll have to enlighten me there, Pat, where you saw that. Oh. You got me worried there, Pat. Yeah. No, I think we need to stuff Pat in the room and stick a selenium in there with him. That's naughty, Pat. Get me worried then. You lost 5 minutes of me looking around at all my videos. Anyway, people, I think we've had enough. I don't want to wear this jumper out because it's got a bit more life in it yet this year. It's got a bit more life left in it yet this year. So again, you saw from my page there, I'm not up to 2,000. I'm close, but it doesn't seem to be moving for some reason. Oh, it's gone up 5. Yeah, it's gone up 5. And you can just see here that I'm now at 1985. So really I've got 3 days or 4 days till Christmas now to get up to 2,000. It's saying I've added 38 subs in the last 28 days of it, which is pretty good, to be fair. That's cracking. Great. And to all my new subs, thank you very much for coming on board. You can't see that because I haven't got the picture in picture, but new subs, thank you very much for your help. I hope you're enjoying it. But yes, new harassment, manual claiming, yes. So if you harass another YouTuber or a person on video, there's a new policy out and there's nowhere to hide people. So don't do it, because you'll end up having the videos taken down, and if it's persistent, you'll lose your whole channel. So I'm not saying any more, but you know, enough said. Enough said. Much easier to make a complaint now. Much easier. Right, people, it's time. Time. Don't forget, like it, thumbs up, comment. Anything you weren't sure of, anything you enjoyed, anything you want to see more of, let me know. And don't forget, Sunday, big announcements, giveaways for Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, big draw, lots of stuff to give away. 3 strikes and you're off the system. Yeah, it's too right, George. Too right, mate. It's very useful, Paul, actually, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Cheers, everybody. As I say, hope you have enjoyed today, and I will catch you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.